Assalamu alaikum. 6 p.m. This is Radio Pakistan, the news read by Taranum Salman. The headlines. The Foreign Minister will address the annual debate session of the United Nations General Assembly in New York tonight. Pakistan has emphasized the need to translate relations with Russia into multifaceted strategic partnership. Organization of Islamic Cooperation expresses serious concerns on intensification of hate campaign against Muslims and their religious symbols. AJK President has urged OIC to take effective measures to have grave human rights violations in occupied Kashmir stopped. And in Indonesia, a massive earthquake and tsunami has killed 384 people, dead in Sulawesi Island. And now the news in detail. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi is scheduled to address the general debate of the 73rd session of the United Nations General Assembly in New York today. The address will be around 10 p.m. Pakistan time. According to a tweet message on PTI official account, Foreign Minister will give a strong voice to the will of the people before the world. He is expected to elaborate the new government's key policies and strategies vis-à-vis regional and international issues. He will also highlight human rights violations in the Indian-occupied Kashmir. Shah Mahmood Qureshi will also meet with the U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo on Tuesday. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi had a meeting with Foreign Minister of Niger and discussed issues of mutual interest. Shah Mahmood Qureshi thanked Niger for its principled position on the Jammu and Kashmir dispute and its valuable contribution as member of the OIC contact group on Kashmir. Shah Mahmood Qureshi extended an invitation to the Niger Foreign Minister to visit Pakistan, which he accepted. Foreign Minister also met his UAE counterpart, Sheikh Abdullah bin Zayed, on the margins of the United Nations General Assembly session. Both sides agreed to hold a joint ministerial commission meeting in the near future. The Foreign Minister urged his counterpart to provide more opportunities to Pakistanis in the UAE economy and benefit from skilled and professional human resource of Pakistan. He highlighted the investment and economic opportunities in Pakistan and invited UAE corporate sector to benefit from them. The Foreign Minister also raised the issue of Pakistanis who have been sentenced on petty offences for their remission and repatriation to Pakistan. Foreign Minister Shah Mahmood Qureshi has stressed the need to translate the gradually increasing multi-dimensional partnership between Pakistan and Russia into multifaceted strategic relationship. He made these remarks in his meeting with his Russian counterpart Sergei Lavrov in New York on the sidelines of the 73rd session of the UN General Assembly. The two ministers discussed broader areas of mutual cooperation, including trade and investment, peace and security, and development cooperation. They also discussed the ongoing efforts for peace and stability in Afghanistan. Foreign ministers of the Organization of Islamic Cooperation at a meeting in New York on the margins of the UN General Assembly session adopted a strongly worded statement against denigrating Islam, its revered personalities, and symbols. The statement was proposed jointly by Pakistan and Turkey. In the joint statement, serious concerns were expressed on intensification of hate campaign, which were deliberately targeting Muslims and the Islamic religious symbols. The joint statement rejected provocative acts like the holding of the competition and contest to ridicule Islam aimed at inciting violence. The OIC joint statement also referred to important resolutions adopted by the OIC Human Rights Council and the United Nations General Assembly condemning attacking Islam, combating intolerance, negative stereotyping and discrimination, incitement to violence against persons based on religion and belief. In particular, the joint statement refers to various steps proposed by the OIC to foster an environment of peace, religious tolerance, and respect. President Azad Jammu and Kashmir Sardar Masood Khan has urged the Organization of Islamic Cooperation to take effective measures to halt grave human rights violations in occupied Kashmir. Addressing the annual coordination meeting of Organization of Islamic Cooperation held on the sidelines of the UN General Assembly session in New York, he urged that OIC's Independent Permanent Human Rights Commission be allowed to visit the Indian occupied Kashmir and assess the deteriorating human rights situation. Masood Khan also urged OIC to impress upon United Nations Secretary General to nominate a special representative for resolving the Kashmir issue according to the wishes of the Kashmiri people in light of the United Nations Security Council resolutions. This is Radio Pakistan. Information Minister Fawad Chaudhry has expressed hope that PTI candidates will win with overwhelming majority in the by-elections. Addressing media at Banigala in Islamabad this evening, he said the government does not believe in intervention in elections, and that is why no administrative changes have been made in the constituencies where by-elections are being held. The minister said by-elections conducted under PTI will be transparent. He said a number of PTI candidates called on Prime Minister Imran Khan in Islamabad today and discussed various issues of importance. The Prime Minister also talked of reorganization of the party. A delegation of Lahore Gymkhana Club members called on the Chief Justice of Pakistan, Mia Saqib Nisar, at the Supreme Court Lahore Registry today. The delegation presented a cheque of 7 million rupees as donation to Supreme Court of Pakistan's Diamir Bhasha and Mohammad Dam funds. The government of Khyber Pakhtunkhwa, under the directive of Prime Minister Imran Khan, will open the Governor House Peshawar for general public from tomorrow. A spokesman of the Governor House told Radio Pakistan's Peshawar correspondent that initially the Governor House will remain open for public every Sunday. Students of two girls' college will visit the Governor House tomorrow. In future, it will be opened for families. The oath-taking ceremony of newly appointed Governor Gilgit-Baltistan Raja Jalal Hussain Makpoon will be held in Gilgit tomorrow. Chief Judge, Supreme Appellate Court Gilgit-Baltistan Justice Javed Iqbal will administer the oath. Raja Jalal will be the sixth governor of Gilgit-Baltistan. In an interview with our Gilgit correspondent, Raja Jalal thanked Prime Minister Imran Khan for nominating him as the governor. In Indonesia, the death toll from the earthquake and tsunami on the Indonesian island of Sulawesi jumped to 384 today. Authorities said with many of those killed were swept away by giant waves as they played on the beach. Strong aftershocks continued to rock the coastal city today after waves up to 6 meters high swept through the scenic tourist town yesterday, triggered by a 7.5 magnitude earthquake on land. In Iran, at least 13 people have been killed after drinking poisonous alcohol. Iran's emergency department said today 9 of the victims were from the southern province of Muzgan, 2 from central province of Al-Boraz, and the others from North Khorasan province. And finally, the weather. Mainly dry weather is expected in most parts of the country during the next 12 hours. However, rain thunderstorm is expected at isolated places in Malakand, Hazara divisions, Kashmir, and Gilgit-Baltistan. And before we end the bulletin, here once again are the headlines. Foreign Minister will address the annual debate session of the United Nations General Assembly in New York today. Pakistan has emphasized the need to translate relations with Russia into multifaceted strategic partnership. And the Organization of Islamic Cooperation expresses serious concerns on intensification of hate campaign against Muslims and their religious symbols. The AJK president has urged OIC to take effective measures to have grave human rights violations in occupied Kashmir stopped. And in Indonesia, a massive earthquake and tsunami have left 384 people dead in Sulawesi Island. And that is the end of the news. For more news and analyses, log on to our website, radio.gov.pk, and also watch live video streaming of our bulletins on the link facebook.com/Radio Pakistan News Official.